There is a trembling in your spirit right now, a vibration that feels unfamiliar and perhaps even a little frightening. You have felt it when you wake up in the middle of the night, a sudden alertness that has no logical explanation. You have felt it during the quiet moments of your day, a subtle pressure in your chest, a sense that the ground beneath you is shifting. You might have called it anxiety. You might have called it stress. You might have even convinced yourself that you are just tired. But deep down, in the place where your soul speaks to your consciousness, you know it is something else entirely. You are undergoing a massive body shift, a spiritual and biological reconfiguration that is preparing you for a new dimension of existence. And for this shift to fully take place, for this new energy to settle into your cells and your life, a separation must occur. This is the hardest truth you will hear today, but it is also the most liberating. Someone is leaving your life. A connection you thought was permanent is being revealed as temporary. A bond you believed was your anchor is actually the weight holding you back from ascending. And God, in His infinite mercy and attention, you need to prepare now. I put together an exclusive resource for those who feel set apart for something greater, but live surrounded by noise, distractions, and mental overload. This is a 30-day journey that will transform your life. A guided path to armor your mind and prepare for what's coming with daily practices of focus, boundaries, and discipline. Stop negotiating with the noise. Learn to spot distractions before they control you. And strengthen your mind. Also available in an immersive audio version. Over 10 Zuzazara readers have already transformed their lives through the 30-day journey. Thousands of people have already started this transformation. People like you who are tired of living in the fog. Ordinary people who decided to stop accepting mental chaos. Take advantage of this limited time offer only this month. Access your link just below in the pinned comment. Foresight is orchestrating this departure not to hurt you, but to save you. Before we go any further, I need you to understand that what we are discussing here is not just emotional, it is physiological. Your body is reacting to a spiritual incompatibility. If you are ready to understand why this is happening and how to survive this transition with your peace intact, I invite you to commit to this moment. This is not a coincidence. You were guided here. If you are ready to receive this revelation, simply like this video right now, as a signal to the universe that you are open to the truth. And let's begin. The signs have been there for months, perhaps even years. You have chosen to ignore them because the heart is an expert at protecting itself from pain. You have seen the way the conversation dies before it even begins. You have felt the coldness that has replaced the warmth. You have noticed that when you are around this person, your energy drains, your mood shifts, and your body feels heavy. These are not random symptoms. This is your intuition, the voice of the Holy Spirit, screaming at you to pay attention. We often think of spiritual guidance as a booming voice from the clouds, but more often it is a physical sensation. It is a knot in the stomach. It is a headache that only appears when a specific name is mentioned. It is a profound exhaustion that sleep cannot cure. You are being prepared for a departure. The silence between you and this person has grown louder than any argument ever could. You have tried to bridge the gap. You have overextended yourself, apologized for things you didn't do, and tried to be the perfect version of yourself to keep the peace. But the peace you are fighting for is a false peace. It is a peace built on the suppression of your true self. The divine is intervening because you are too loyal to your own detriment. You would stay in a burning house if it meant not abandoning someone you love. So God is putting out the fire by removing the structure entirely. This shift you are feeling is your body rejecting a reality that no longer serves your purpose. Science tells us that our bodies are constantly renewing themselves. Cells die and new ones are born. But spiritually, we often try to keep dead things alive. We try to breathe life into relationships that have expired. We try to resuscitate connections that were only meant to be scaffolding for a specific season of our lives. Scaffolding is essential when you're building a structure. But once the building is complete, the scaffolding must come down so the building can stand on its own and fulfill its function. This person was your scaffolding. They helped you grow. They taught you lessons about patience, about forgiveness, about what you do and do not want. But the building is finished. The season is over. And keeping the scaffolding up is now blocking the view and preventing you from being inhabited by the new blessings God has prepared. The unease you feel is the friction between your old life and your new destiny. I know the question that is burning in your mind right now. You are asking, why them? Why this person? They might be a family member, a partner of 20 years, or a best friend who knows all your secrets. It feels cruel. It feels like a mistake. But I want to reveal a secret to you that might change your entire perspective on loss. Rejection is rarely about your inadequacy. It is almost always about your protection. There are conversations happening in rooms you cannot enter. There are thoughts in this person's mind that they will never speak to you. God sees the heart. He hears the unspoken resentments. He sees the envy that is hidden behind a smile. He sees the incompatibility that will eventually turn toxic. By removing them now, He is sparing you from a devastation that would be far harder to recover from 5 years down the road. You are mourning the loss of who you thought they were, but God is dealing with the reality of who they are. This process is what the ancients called pruning. A gardener does not cut branches off a vine because he hates the vine. He cuts them because he wants the vine to bear more fruit. The branch that is being cut right now is taking up nutrients that are needed for the new growth. You have been feeling tired, haven't you? A deep spiritual fatigue. That is because you are feeding a dead branch. You are pouring your emotional energy, your prayers, and your mental focus into a situation that is effectively over. Imagine what would happen if you took all that energy and directed it back into your own purpose, your own connection with the divine, your own healing. You would become unstoppable. This is why the enemy fights so hard to keep you attached to people who drain you. If he can keep you exhausted by maintaining a dying relationship, he keeps you from stepping into your power. The massive body shift you are experiencing is your soul trying to reclaim that energy. Let's talk about the biological aspect of this, because it is crucial that you understand you are not going crazy. When you are around someone who is not aligned with your spirit, your nervous system goes into a state of chronic dysregulation. Your cortisol levels spike, your digestion slows down, your immune system weakens. Your body is literally fighting the presence of this person. You might have developed unexplainable aches, skin issues, or brain fog. These are physical manifestations of a spiritual problem. The body shift I mentioned in the title is the process of detoxification. As this person pulls away, or as you summon the courage to let them go, your body will go through withdrawal. This is real. It is chemical. You are addicted to the cycle of trying to win their approval. When that cycle breaks, it hurts. It feels like you are dying. But you are not dying. You are breaking a fever. The heat you feel is the infection leaving your system. Before I share the specific strategy on how to navigate the next 72 hours of this shift, I need to address a trap that catches almost everyone. It is the trap of seeking closure. You want to sit down with them. You want to explain your side. You want to hear them say they are sorry, or at least acknowledge what happened. You must let go of this desire immediately. Closure is a myth invented by the human ego to keep us engaged in the conflict. You will not get the closure you are looking for from them because they cannot give you what they do not possess. If they had the emotional maturity to give you proper closure, they would likely have had the maturity to maintain the relationship. Their silence is your closure. Their behavior is your answer. Do not lower yourself by begging for an explanation. The dignity with which you walk away from this situation will set the tone for the next chapter of your life. If you crumble now, if you chase them, you are telling the universe that you do not trust the plan. But if you stand tall, even while your heart is breaking, you are declaring that you trust the remover more than the removed. Now listen closely, because the next revelation is subtle but powerful. The void they leave behind is not empty space. In the spiritual realm, a vacuum creates a powerful draw. When you clear out the clutter of a wrong relationship, you create a holy space that God is obligated to fill. The scriptures promise that He will restore the years the locusts have eaten, but He cannot restore what you will not release. You are holding onto a handful of sand while God is trying to give you a diamond. You have to open your hand. You have to let the sand slip through your fingers. The fear of being alone is the greatest lie of the illusion. You are never alone. The moment this person leaves, you will find that the air in your home feels lighter. You will find that your prayers are clearer. You will find that opportunities that were blocked suddenly open up. This is because your frequency is rising. You are no longer being weighed down by the anchor of a mismatched soul. This brings us to the practical application. How do you survive the nights when the memories flood back? How do you handle the urge to check their social media, to see if they are happy without you? You must treat this like a spiritual fast. When you fast from food, you do it to sharpen your spirit. Now you must fast from this person. Do not look at their photos. Do not reread old texts. Every time you do, you are reopening a wound that is trying to heal. You are interrupting the surgery. The massive body shift requires rest. It requires you to be gentle with yourself. You need to sleep more. You need to drink more water. You need to be in nature. Your body is recalibrating its baseline of safety. For so long, safety meant trying to please them. Now safety must mean resting in God. This is a rewiring of your neural pathways. It takes time and it takes discipline. There is a beautiful story in the ancient texts about Hagar. She was cast out, sent into the wilderness with nothing. She thought it was the end. She thought she would die there, abandoned and forgotten. But it was in the wilderness, away from the toxicity of the household she left, that she met God in a way she never had before. She called Him El Roi, the God who sees me. You are in your wilderness moment. You feel cast out. You feel rejected. But this is the exact location where you will meet El Roi. He sees you. He sees the tears you cried on your pillow when no one was watching. He sees the love you gave that was thrown back in your face. He sees it all, and He is gathering every tear to water the seeds of your future. Do not despise the wilderness. The wilderness is where you find out who you really are. You are not the sidekick in someone else's story. You are the protagonist of your own divine narrative. As we move deeper into this truth, I want to challenge you. The challenge is to stop telling the story of the victim. Yes, they hurt you. Yes, it was unfair. But if you keep repeating the story of what they did to you, you keep yourself tethered to them. You give them power over your present moment. Instead, start telling the story of what God is doing for you. Change the narrative from "they left me" to "God released me." Change the narrative from "I am alone" to "I am available for what is real." Words are spells. That is why it is called spelling. What you speak over your life becomes your reality. If you say, "I will never recover from this," your body will obey that command and shut down. But if you say, "This is the beginning of my greatest season," your cells will vibrate with that expectation. Your body shift will turn from a breakdown into a breakthrough. The person leaving your life is likely feeling it too, though they may not show it. They may appear to be moving on quickly, looking happy, looking unbothered. Do not be deceived by appearances. People often paint the outside of the house when the foundation is rotting. Do not envy their apparent freedom. Their journey is their journey, and they will have to face their own mirrors eventually. Your focus must be entirely on your own garden. You have neglected your own soul for too long while tending to theirs. Now is the time to weed your own soil, to plant your own flowers. What did you love to do before you got lost in them? What dreams did you put on the shelf? Dust them off. They are still there waiting for you. This body shift is giving you the energy to pursue them again. I want to speak to the fear that you are running out of time. You might be thinking, I am over 35, I am over 40, I'm over 50. It is too late to start over. That is the logic of the world, not the logic of the kingdom. In the kingdom, time is not linear, it is kairos. God can do in a moment what takes humans a lifetime. One divine connection is worth 1,000 human contacts. One day of favor is worth 1,000 years of labor. You are not starting over from scratch, you are starting over from experience. You now know what red flags look like. You now know your own worth. You are entering the dating market, or the friendship market, or the business world, not as a beggar, but as a king or queen who knows the value of their time. This separation is your graduation. You have passed the test of the previous level. Do not try to go back to the classroom you have already outgrown. The symptoms of this shift will intensify just before the breakthrough. It is always darkest before the dawn. You might feel a sudden wave of sadness just before the lifting of the burden. This is the extinction burst, a psychological term for when a behavior or feeling spikes right before it disappears forever. If you are feeling worse today than you did yesterday, do not despair. It means the end is near. It means the fever is breaking. Hold on, the relief is coming. The peace that surpasses all understanding is just on the other side of this final wave of grief. You are being forged in the fire, and gold does not fear the flame. It only fears the impurity remaining within it. The fire is burning away the impurity. You will come out of this shining. Let's address the concept of the empty chair. In your life, there is now an empty chair where that person used to sit. It is painful to look at. But I want you to visualize that chair not as a symbol of loss, but as a reserved sign. That seat is reserved for someone who honors you. It is reserved for someone who reciprocates your energy. It is reserved for someone who speaks your love language without needing a translator. Do not let just anyone sit in that chair because you are lonely. Guard that seat. Keep it empty until the right person arrives. The holiness of your inner circle determines the height of your destiny. Jesus had 12 disciples, but only 3 went up the mountain with him. And even among the 12, one was a devil. You must discern who belongs at the foot of the mountain and who belongs at the peak. This separation is God, clearing the peak for you. We are approaching the conclusion, and I want to prepare your heart for the prayer we are about to pray. This is not just a recitation of words. This is a spiritual transaction. We are going to formally release this person in the spirit. We are going to cut the ethereal cords that bind you to them. We are going to ask for the Holy Spirit to fill the spaces where their energy used to reside. But before we do that, I need you to make a decision, a conscious, willful decision. You have to decide that you want to be healed more than you want to be right. You have to decide that your future matters more than your past. If you are holding on to a grudge, you are drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. Forgiveness is not saying what they did was okay. Forgiveness is taking your hand off their throat so that God can take His hand off yours. It is releasing the debt so you can be free from the debtor's prison. As you listen to my voice, feel your body. Notice if your shoulders are tense, drop them. Notice if your jaw is clenched. Relax it. Breathe deeply into your stomach. This physical relaxation is the first step of the body shift. You are telling your sympathetic nervous system that there is no tiger in the room. You are safe. The danger has passed. The person who was the source of your stress is being removed. You can stand down. You can lay your armor down. It is time to be soft again. The world has made you hard, but your power lies in your softness, in your receptivity. God cannot pour into a closed fist or a hardened heart. This transformation will shock everyone around you. They will wonder how you recovered so quickly. They will wonder why you look younger, why your skin is glowing, why you smile with your eyes again. They won't understand that you have undergone a celestial surgery. They won't see the nights of wrestling with God. They will only see the morning of victory, and that is okay. Your testimony will be lived, not just spoken. You will become a walking evidence of God's restoration power. The best revenge is not revenge at all. It is a life so beautifully lived that the past becomes irrelevant. Now I invite you to close your eyes if it is safe to do so. If you are driving or working, keep them open, but turn your focus inward. Visualize the person or the situation that is leaving. See them standing in front of you, not in anger, but in neutrality. See a cord of light connecting your heart to theirs. Now, imagine a sword of blue flame, the sword of truth, gently severing that cord. See the cord retract back into your own heart, sealing the wound with golden light. See them turn around and walk away, fading into the mist. They are gone. You are here. You are whole. You are complete. Let us pray. Divine Creator, Architect of my soul, I come before you today with a heart that is open and a spirit that is ready. I acknowledge the shift that is happening within my body and my life. I acknowledge that you are moving pieces on the chessboard of my destiny that I cannot fully see. Lord, I surrender my need to control this outcome. I surrender my need to understand why this is happening. I choose to trust your character more than my circumstances. Father, I lift up the person who is leaving my life. I release them into your hands. I forgive them for the pain they caused, knowingly or unknowingly. I forgive them for the times they did not see my worth. I forgive myself for staying longer than I should have. I wash my spirit clean of all bitterness, all resentment, and all the what-ifs. And I declare that their chapter in my book is closed, and I seal it with the blood of grace. I ask for a supernatural exchange right now. In exchange for my grief, give me your joy. In exchange for my confusion, give me your clarity. In exchange for this heavy spirit of rejection, clothe me in the garment of praise. I pray for the massive body shift to complete its work. Heal my nervous system, restore my sleep, balance my hormones. Let every cell in my body align with the frequency of your love. Lord, I consecrate the empty space in my life to you. Do not let me fill it with distractions. Fill it with your presence. Send the right people, the destiny helpers, the soul family, who will see me as you see me. Give me the discernment to recognize them when they come, and the courage to welcome them. I declare that my best days are not behind me, they are directly in front of me. I am stepping into a season of unprecedented favor, peace, and power. I am chosen, I am loved, I am free. In the mighty name that is above every name, I seal this prayer. Amen. If you prayed that prayer and you felt a shift, even a small one, I want you to type, "I am free" in the comments below. Let that be your digital declaration, your stake in the ground. When you type it, you are physically manifesting your agreement with heaven. Do not underestimate the power of a simple act of faith. And listen, this journey of healing is not a straight line. Tomorrow you might wake up feeling sad again. That is normal. Come back to this video, listen to these words again. Let them be a reminder of the truth when your emotions try to lie to you. You are retraining your mind, and repetition is the key to mastery. Share this message with someone you know is struggling with a goodbye. You might be the vessel God uses to set them free today. Remember, the leaf that falls from the tree does not kill the tree. It makes room for the new bud. You are not the falling leaf. You are the tree. Your roots are deep, your trunk is strong, and your new season of bloom is just beginning. The winter is over. The rain has stopped. Flowers are appearing on the earth. The time of singing has come. You are entering a phase of your life where you will look back at this painful moment and thank God for it. you will see that this goodbye was the gateway to your greatest hello. Trust the process, trust the timing, and most of all, trust the one who made you. You are never alone, you are always being guided, and you are loved beyond measure. Until next time, walk in your freedom, guard your peace, and keep your eyes on the horizon. The massive shift is here, and it is beautiful. Before you go, there is one last thing you need to know about the days ahead. As your vibration raises, you will become a magnet. You have been repelling what is good because you were cluttered with what was bad. Now that you are clearing the space, expect miracles. Expect phone calls out of the blue. Expect financial shifts. Expect health improvements. The body follows the spirit. When the spirit is unburdened, the body heals. You might find that chronic pain disappears. You might find that you have energy you haven't felt in decades. This is the reward of obedience. Do not be surprised if the person who left tries to come back. This is a spiritual law. When you truly let go, the energetic resistance disappears, and they often feel a sudden urge to return. This is the final test. Do not mistake a test for a testimony. Just because they come back does not mean they are meant to stay. Remember why the door was closed. Remember the pain of the disconnection. Unless there is a visible, tangible transformation in their spirit, keep the door locked. You are the gatekeeper of your temple. Do not let the money changers back into the sanctuary. Stay strong. You are building a legacy of emotional health for your lineage. You are breaking generational curses of dysfunction. It stops with you. The pain stops with you. The cycle stops with you. You are the cycle breaker. Wear that title with pride. God bless you. Your transformation has begun, but transformation is not a singular event. It is a process, and the first stage of this process is often the most confusing. You need to understand the biology of what you are about to experience, so you do not mistake healing for breaking. What I am about to share is the bridge between the spiritual breakthrough you just claimed and the physical reality you must walk out tomorrow morning. This is where most people fail. They have the spiritual revelation, but they lack the practical strategy to navigate the chemical withdrawal that follows a massive emotional shift. You see, when you have been connected to someone or a specific situation for a long time, your brain has created physical neural pathways dedicated to that person. It is a biological addiction. When that person is removed, your brain does not care about your spiritual peace. It cares about its dopamine fix. You will experience withdrawal symptoms that mimic physical pain. You might feel a tightness in your chest, a sudden drop in energy, or an overwhelming wave of anxiety that seems to come from nowhere. This is not a sign that you made a mistake. This is not a sign that God is punishing you. This is your biology adjusting to a new baseline. Science calls this limbic resonance disruption. Your nervous system was regulated by another person's presence, even if that presence was toxic. Now that the regulator is gone, your system is recalibrating. This is the storm before the calm. I need you to be prepared for the Day 3 phenomenon. In my 30 years of counseling and studying human behavior, I have observed that the third day after a definitive decision to let go is often the hardest. The initial adrenaline of your decision fades and the reality sets in. This is when the enemy will whisper, just check their social media, just send one text to see how they are. Do not do it. This is a trap designed to reset your healing clock back to zero. Every time you check on what you have left behind, you are ripping the scab off a wound that is trying to knit itself back together. You are reactivating those old neural pathways and telling your brain that the addiction is still active. You must starve the old pathways so that new ones can form. This is why the scripture says to take every thought captive. It is not just a spiritual command, it is a neurological necessity. You are literally rewiring your mind. So here is your practical assignment for the next 72 hours. This is your wilderness survival kit. First, you must physically change your environment. The energy of the past lingers in stagnant spaces. Move your furniture, change the sheets on your bed. If you cannot paint the walls, at least change the lighting. Buy a new lamp or change the bulbs to a different color temperature. This signals to your subconscious mind that this is a new era. It disrupts the pattern recognition that triggers memories of the past. Second, you need to hydrate and move. Trauma and grief are stored in the fascia, the connective tissue of the body. When we say issues in your tissues, it is literal. You need to flush the cortisol out of your system. Drink more water than you think you need, and walk. Just walk. The bilateral stimulation of walking, left foot, right foot, helps the brain process emotional trauma. It is the same mechanism used in EMDR therapy. As you walk, visualize the heavy energy leaving through the soles of your feet and entering the earth to be neutralized. Third, and this is crucial, you must control the input. Your spirit is currently an open wound. It is highly susceptible to infection. Do not listen to sad songs. Do not watch movies about heartbreak. Do not engage in conversations where you retell the story of your pain over and over again. Every time you tell the story, you relive the trauma physiologically. For the next 3 days, you are on a trauma fast. You only speak about the future. You only speak about what you are building, not what you have lost. If someone asks you about the situation, you simply say, "That chapter is closed, and I am focusing on my new beginning." Before I reveal the next layer of this mystery, I want you to understand something about the vacuum law. The universe abhors a vacuum. Jesus spoke about this when he said that if an unclean spirit leaves a house and the house is swept clean but left empty, the spirit returns with 7 others more wicked than itself. This is a warning. You cannot just let go and leave a hole in your soul. You must replace what left. You must fill that space immediately with high-frequency activities, thoughts, and people. If you do not fill the void with the presence of God and your own creative purpose, the past will rush back in. Attention, you need to prepare now. I put together an exclusive resource for those who feel set apart for something greater, but live surrounded by noise, distractions, and mental overload. This is a 30-day journey that will transform your life. A guided path to armor your mind and prepare for what's coming with daily practices of focus, boundaries, and discipline. Stop negotiating with the noise. Learn to spot distractions before they control you, and strengthen your mind. Also available in an immersive audio version. Over 10 Zuru readers have already transformed their lives through the 30-day journey. Thousands of people have already started this transformation. People like you who are tired of living in the fog. Ordinary people who decided to stop accepting mental chaos. Take advantage of this limited time offer only this month. Access your link just below in the pinned comment.